Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And today, we're going to be looking at a gear review from the Trailblazer Camp Shower. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Alright, and so what we're going to talk about today is the portable shower that we got from our SHTF box. So now we're just going to go over some of the components of it. So we did get this suction cup, although if you don't have a suction cup, you could just use that to hang it like on a branch or something. So, and basically this right here is for your shower head main unit. All right, so it does slide in there, or it's not for that. See, that's the problem with a lot of Trailblazer stuff. They make okay stuff, but they don't come with a lot of instructions. So we got that, and then of course we do have you have your hose with your nozzle, then you have your pump, which has a double arm length, a very long power cord. You have an additional clip, which, and again, it's amazing. I don't understand exactly how this hooks in there. I mean, it goes like this, but then it doesn't lock in. So it's Trailblazer would do a lot better if they put instructions in their stuff. But so you have this hook, and this hook, as near as I can tell, your battery unit hooks up on here. So you can hang it. It does come with a USB power cord to charge your battery unit, and right in here there's an LED light. Now when it's charging, it's red. When it's fully charged, it turns green. I did fully charge it so that we can run this little review here. So there's that. All right, I'll close that up real fast. There we go. And now then, the pump here has that long power cord, which plugs in right there. Turn it on, you have your pump. So what I'm going to do here is, I do have a 5-gallon water bucket. Now I have said before that these buckets, whereas buying the food buckets themselves just for the food is okay, but a lot of that food is lacking in nutrients, so you're gonna have to augment it with like a lot of proteins and stuff, like your canned meats. But it's a good way to get a lot of food at once. It's kind of expensive. Sometimes you get them on sale now, but we're not really talking about that. But the buckets themselves, I have said on numerous occasions that these buckets, these food grade buckets, are good for a lot of things other than just storing your food. And this is one of those, because let's say that you have your fire, you heat up your 5 gallons of water, you put it in your bucket here. Well, now you can actually partake in some personal hygiene. And so what I'm curious about is how long this will actually put water out, and the pressure and everything. So you drop your pump in there, and I would recommend using this in a bucket, not straight out of a body of water, because you don't want to clog up your pump there. But all right, so we're going to turn it on. At 4 minutes, we're going to turn this on, and we're going to see how long it lasts. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, as you can see, you get some pretty decent pressure there. Now, this is cold water, so I'm definitely not taking a shower in it, but you got some pretty good pressure. I mean, I've been in homes that had worse water pressure than this. So, and this is why you would want this motor hanging up, so you don't have to hold the motor. So you have the motor hanging up out of the way, and then you can wash yourself off. Now you have a button there which you just turn it on and off, and we're just going to see. So, going to see how long a 5-gallon water bucket goes through this shower hose. And like I said, hygiene is something often, a lot of times don't really talk about it. A lot of people do. And it's something to talk about, because if you are in a survival situation, bad hygiene can lead to getting sick. And so it's definitely something that you want to hang on to. It's pretty good pressure. This is, you know, and of course with a 5-gallon bucket of heated water, it's going to be nice, but you want to definitely, you know, you still want to conserve your water, so you would like turn this off after you lather up. You know, after you water your body, you turn this off, you lather up, you turn it back on. So, I think that you could probably get 2 people to shower out of a 5-gallon bucket. I'm just saying. And right now we're at almost a minute. Now, you know, if you rinse off real fast, again, in a survival situation, you're probably not taking, as my drill sergeants would have said, Hollywood showers. But, you know, if you need to stay clean, this seems like this is a pretty good effective way. And unlike your solar bags, this is something that I could see being useful year-round. Because if you don't have sun to heat up the solar bags, well, you're not taking a warm shower. If it's in the wintertime, the water freezes, then looks like it's going to start auto-focusing. And if you're in the wintertime and you put your solar bags out, they're likely to freeze if it's too cold. Again, the sun's not going to heat up faster than the temperature outside. So, but you can boil, and this thing, I gotta say, this thing, it does have like maybe a little bit of leak in it, but just tighten that up and then that. But still, even a little bit of leak is not bad, because I mean, look, it's putting water out good. We're about halfway done with the bucket in like a little over 2 minutes. Wait, 5, 6, 7, 3 minutes in. We're getting down to the wire there. Now, ideally, like I said, that's why I thought that one was so that you could hang this up, but it doesn't really fit exactly right. But still, if you hang this up, and then that way you have hands free, you just click, turn it on and off, and you're good to go. The power cord is both long. The hose is long enough that you can definitely get some action going on there. I'll look into the leaking. Probably just needs a gasket, to be honest. Gasket or some silicone around the base, but that's easily fixed. It's not enough to detract from the actual use of the water. All right, we're down to about a quarter of a bucket at almost 4 minutes. We'll water the plants in while we're doing it. All right, so we're getting down to the bottom of the bucket. Pressure's still holding up good. And the fact that the vent for the suction is on the bottom of it, so this is definitely, as you can see, this thing's still kicking out some water. So going into, it started at 3 minutes, going into 6 minutes of water. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yep. Getting low, but you're gonna get about 6 minutes of running water with this. Now I don't know how long this will stay charged. I'm guessing it's gonna be, stay charged for quite a while, but all right, we're almost out of water, and you hear that? It's running low on the water. Yeah, so about 9:20. So you get about 6 minutes and 20 seconds is what it'll take to go through this, to go through a 5-gallon bucket. So if you boil up a bucket of water, you know, you could take a 6-minute shower. I think that's okay. And again, in a survival situation, when you want to be clean and you want to get that shower in, I don't see why. I definitely don't see the problem here. I think that this is a, I think this is a pretty good item. It's not something one would often think about when you're thinking about survival, but hygiene is definitely important. And I think that this here, you know, you could put this in its own bag, coil it up real nice, not too tight because you don't want to get any shorts or damage the hoses or anything. But, and of course the hose, it just hooks on right there, just suctions over, just like regular clamp. But I think that this is definitely a good way to stay clean in a survival situation where you don't have running water. And a lot of times that's a very real possibility. You might not have running water and you have to heat up water to wash yourself. And this will make it a lot easier, and it'll give you a little bit more of that comfort back, because you know that's one of those things that you're not going to have as much of, is the comfort that you're used to. And so I think that this definitely, it's a nice comfort item, but it also adds to, you know, the sanitation that you're going to need, good hygiene, so that you can stay, you know, healthy in a survival situation. But anyway, that's it. So that's your Trailblazer camp shower. Again, yeah, it does leak a little bit here. It does spin there, so it's probably just a gasket. I just gotta probably just get a replacement gasket from Lowe's or something, which is a good thing to have anyway. And then that'll probably fix that right up. But yeah, so 6.5. We'll call it 6 minutes of good water pressure. So you can enjoy a 6-minute shower. You boil the water up on a fire, and you can put it in one of these 5-gallon buckets, because you're gonna have 5-gallon buckets if you're preparing. We all do, you know. I mean, even if it's just to put in like your own food that you're saving up. So those buckets, these right here, fantastic resource to have at all times. You're gonna make sure they're food grade, so that way you can put water in it. You can put, you know, and definitely make sure they're clean. This one had some dirt in the bottom because I use it for gardening, but I had some dirt in it for, you know, storage purposes. There was no plants in this one because there's no holes in it, obviously. But I use these for planting my food. Well, so there was some grime in the bottom of it, so I cleaned it out real good, because you don't want to get dirt up in here. You don't want to get dirt up in there. So you're going to want to make sure your water's clean when you're using it, as clean as possible. But yeah, so that's it. That's your Trailblazer camp shower.